Not every house should be looked at or analyzed through price per square foot, especially in the luxury market. It's all about gross purchase price and building value. Stay tuned. I'll tell you exactly what I mean.
All right, so we're through Moonshell. We always have clients that are looking for value plays, right? Either there's like obviously deal hunters, but I don't really classify what I'm talking about as a deal hunter. This is a value opportunity hunter, if you will, right? Opportunist, let's walk.
Well, I think it's like, I think what you're saying is there's a house here that has the ability to have some value added on at a price point that's low and not heavy lifting, so it's not going to be strenuous on time, or be a massive 1-2 year project, and it's not going to be heavy on the wallet either.
Yeah. So big ROI, like you said. Not, well, I mean, it's definitely going to be
time out. But so obviously you got this really nice private motor court gate, which is pretty unique. Not every home has that. Sure. We're in a semi-custom lot, which the lots remind me, it's 22,006, almost 22,007.
Yeah, just shy of 23.
So the lot itself, just what we're working with here, gives an opportunity for someone to add all the square footage on, because some homes are already maxed out. You go, the house we just saw off market right now down the street, it was a 5,500 square foot house on a 10, 11,000 square foot lot-ish. Yeah. They're not going to be a lot, you're not going to be able to get a lot more square footage, right? Well,
great point. And actually, I mean, if you want to get technical, our client, you know, was considering tearing it down because there's virtually no restrictions.
Yeah, and you're saying this client was considering, and actually they have plans for an 18,000 square foot house.
So you basically have effectively like a custom lot, if you will, from size, the fact that it's gated already, right? You don't have to deal with any of that. Yeah. And potentially on approximately 23,000 square feet, you could put almost 18,000-ish square foot house.
And again, if you wanted
on 3 levels.
So the opportunity is you could tear down and build, and there's no lots for sale. So everyone's like, oh, you know, $15, $16 million seems like a lot for buying a lot, but there's no lots for sale.
Yeah.
So, you know, people are going to name their price. Number one. Number two, if you don't need you know, a massive 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 square foot basement or whatever 18,000 square feet gets you. Not everyone needs that. So let's just talk about from this
let's
land.
Walk and talk because I'm roasting out here, by the way.
Yeah, I'm the one wearing a jacket, right? It was cold this morning, I swear. So look, right here, you've got an ability to convert one of these 2-car garages, because you've got a laundry room there and a full bathroom on the other casita guest suite over there. You could easily eliminate this carport. You don't have to have a carport on your property. Most homes don't. So why not extend out and then build your 2-car garage, or convert this from a 2 to a 3-car and then make that living space. Remember that other property we saw on Shorewalk actually took this garage space right here and turned it into a theater.
Yeah.
And so
let me back up a little bit and explain, because we've been here 1,000 times and we understand why you're saying this. This happens to be, when you walk in, you turn to the left, this is a detached casita. It's not connected technically to the inside of the rest of the property, right? Yeah. So you well, I mean, it's connected by walls.
It's connected by walls. There's no walkway unless you have to go out back through the front door again.
Yeah, exactly. But so you have a huge 1-bedroom standalone suite with a hallway,
office,
with a hallway, right? That would very easily and naturally could be made into another entire bedroom suite. Or if you had, like, let's say an in-law, right? Yeah. You could turn this could become like a living room, maybe a kitchenette, and this could be an entire self-contained suite for, you know, a guest or an in-law or something like that.
Kind of like an attached ADU.
Yeah, and so that's why you're saying that the suggestion would be, well, you could, if you give up these 2-car bays, that you could shift and make 2 new car bays, right? So you're not going to lose any parking.
I think it's important to kind of tell the viewers why this is so important. If we wanted to add a completely detached ADU onto this property, you've got to figure out drainage, sewage, electrical, separate AC condensers. I mean, it's a self-contained mini house. Everyone's talking ADU these days, right?
Right.
This potential ADU opportunity with taking the bedroom that's here in the bathroom, you've already got plumbing, you've got electrical, you're technically attached. There's already air conditioning, ducting, and it's just going to be an extension.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you upgrade the existing condenser, maybe it's got enough power to kind of do that zone, which I'm sure it does because the casita's got its own condenser already. Yeah. And that's where I'm saying the heavy lifting isn't there.
Right.
Most people aren't calling us saying, hey, I can't wait to find a house to remodel. They're just like saying, hey, I want to buy a dream house. But what are people saying? The prices seem a little bit rich right now. This is a way to get into a house and do this, I think, fairly easy either remodel and minor expansion or enclosing spaces because you're not really breaking the building envelope a lot, right?
That's the important part that I think we're trying to get across on this whole thing is that there's value creation to be made. A lot of people are focusing on, okay, there's 6,300 square feet, it's $2,400 a square foot. Seems kind of like whatever on the upper end of the, but you're not.
And by the way, they don't know how to calculate the additional lot. If the average home that we're looking at that's about 5,000 to 6,000 square feet has a 10, 12, 13,000 square foot lot, maybe 14 or 15. This one's over 22,000 square feet. Where do you price that? Well, if you want to add on square footage and you're able to, it's technically priceless because you can't, there's no lots for sale right now in Crystal Cove. The homes that are coming on the market that have all those beautiful white transitional finishes are now having a 3 in front of it, right? $30+ million. And this is a great tweener. It's not a small tract home. It's not a big, massive 10, 12,000 square foot custom that, a seller's gonna want 30 million. Someone can come right in, turn it from what is an existing 4-bedroom. They can make it 5-bedroom. They could take the existing theater. They can have a much bigger theater. They can have an in-law suite. I mean, it's literally, I hate to consider it, like when we were a kid, we played with Legos, right?
Yeah.
So this is a simple add-on, snap-on, snap-off compared to like building a complete ADU. I mean, that, I don't know, a client just told me their ADU cost them $400,000.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
I mean,
they sell those prefab ones for like 250, 300,000, like,
which I don't see anyone in Crystal Cove doing.
Well, no, they're not doing it here, but but it's just also, as you were just saying all those things, sorry, Steve, as you were just saying all those things, if you back up to when these were being sold originally, and by the way, are we going to pop in there and show that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
but what I wanted the point I wanted to hammer it down is that if you would have come here back in 2007 and went up to the sales office, this premium lot there would have been a huge premium because it's virtually a corner lot. I mean, it's technically kind of corner, right?
But the view and the privacy make it feel just like a corner lot.
But when you go to those and they have the plot map and you're looking, and this one has the long gated flagpole, like this would have been a huge premium lot.
Yeah, it still is. It was when it sold. When we sold it to the current owner, it was a premium.
Yeah,
and it's a unique lot. And now that the custom lots are unavailable, right? And there's other, if you will, teardown properties getting sold for $10 or $15 million. This one seems like a deal. This is what we were talking about right here. So you've got a big oversized bedroom. You already have what would be a hallway, which takes you to the existing 2-car garage on the south side of the property.
Yeah.
But you don't need to have a garage here. This could be walkway or hallway right into your kitchenette and living room.
Exactly.
And now you've got a full in-laws quarters. If you don't need that, you want another bedroom. Let's say for me, I've got a 6 and 8-year-old. My wife might turn around and say, hey, I don't want to have the primary suite and one guest suite down here. I want to keep both our kids on the same floor.
Right.
That's my other daughter's bedroom, right? And now you've got plumbing from the bathroom, an easy format to be able to fill in a garage that's let's say about 400 square feet.
Right.
So you could even squeeze in maybe in between this room and that one, a little, kind of like kids' playroom.
Little like homework room,
lounge.
Right?
So again, you can't really do that easily if you have to kind of add on. You're not even taking the roof and extending it unless you're going to add just the garage.
Right.
Or if you're just happy with a 2-car garage. I mean, it really gives you endless opportunities.
2-car garage and a motor court for six cars. Six cars, yeah. So.
Yeah, and then, if you want to have direct access, you can punch through here. The house just gives you limitless options. I'm going to keep on going back to that Lego scenario. People know that if remodeled homes, if you're breaking roof line, if you're building a detached, entity like an ADU, that's pretty extensive. You've got to, basically cut out all this concrete or whatever you have going on in the backyard, rip things apart just to build that ADU. It's not easy, and the approval process is going to be a lot harder than what's going to go on here. And that's what we're talking about, building that value.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So let's go back and hop over into the foyer.
Oh, you know what I wanted to point out actually? Maybe we'll run upstairs, Steve. I was going to point out from out front that right above us right here is that outdoor covered loggia off the bonus room.
Yeah.
That was another easy. We were going to shoot that, but we'll run around and we'll go up there and see it.
Go ahead.
Which way? Thanks. Yeah. Which way? You want to go this way first?
Let's do the kitchen and then we'll do the enclosure. So listen, here's another thing. Over the past, let's say since these homes have been built till now, we've seen dozens of homes that are very similar to this, if not the same exact floor plan, with the expansions that we've been talking about. This isn't us guessing what it would look like. We've seen it with our own eyes.
Yeah.
So we can advise our clients, hey, this is what the house on Shorewalk did. This is what the other house on Sea Glass did, where it had a billiards room over that what is just covered outdoor space now.
Right, exactly.
So we're literally giving people the ideas that they maybe don't see on their own to build that instant value and to get the space they want. Because let me tell you, you go on a big view lot like this, you want to go buy 8,000 square feet of what will be close to new or newer construction. I mean, it could be low 20s right now, right?
Well, you just named a street that I remember that property, and they actually moved their front door to here.
Yep.
And when you walked in, there was a little seating area.
And they enclosed this.
This was all enclosed, yeah. So, I mean, this is a huge play too, right?
Because you've got a courtyard that you could either leave partially courtyard.
Yeah.
You could, because right now it's kind of open landing with courtyard. You could enclose the whole space.
Yeah.
Right. And the nice thing too, again, this is where I think just seeing what other people have done, right? I mean, in our business, a lot of people say R&D, rip off and duplicate, because these are homes that other people have gone through the headache with architecture and building and adding on, that we've seen what's worked. What's nice that you don't realize is right now, as we stand in the great room, there's no second floor above you. So if you want to take the ceiling up higher, you want to leave it pitched, you want to flatten it, you want to put 10-foot doors, you want to leave them where they are at 8 right now. The options are endless. The other house that I saw with you on Shore Walk, which I thought was a great thing they did, was they pushed this whole space out to gain a dining area. Now, if you want to go past the overhang here, I would feel that you want to push this whole space out to where the border of the kitchen is.
Yeah, I think when we go into the kitchen and you look back this way, now that we're in this room, you get a feel for this. And, again, I mean, you're probably going to have to change at least the roof if you push that all the way out, because you're not going to have 2 pitches, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you could, because there's nothing above us, you could do a really tall pitch vaulted ceiling in there. Right?
Absolutely.
It would
absolutely.
Be phenomenal.
And again, you could leave this courtyard, or you could even enclose that space as well.
Yeah.
Right?
So you could potentially go, let's say, that you're only going to pick up about 400 square feet
in the garage.
But that's garage, you're not going to count that. Okay, so we're not going to count that.
Just curious, why are we not counting that?
Well, we don't count garage space because we did capture it.
We're going to convert the garage to living space.
Yeah, so we do pick up 400 square feet there.
Yeah, and then you've already got a big kitchen here. But imagine pushing this all out to where maybe you have a little bit less covered, like California room, and you just enclose all the space where now you've got great room, primary kitchen, kind of like maybe bar area over there, and formal dining, all in this one big open setting, which that's what everybody wants these days, right? They want to have their communal space is all open, and the bedrooms and kind of ancillary offices or media rooms to kind of have their own separation and privacy.
Yeah, I mean, you're picking up, that's like
it's probably like
40 by.
No, I mean, this is at least going to be 600-700 square feet
at least. Yeah.
I always remember space that a car usually fits in a 190 square foot slot. Yeah. So you can fit 3 cars. It's around 600 square feet.
Yeah.
So again,
right now you've just added 1,000 square feet.
Yeah. So you go from 63 to 7,300.
So you're up to 7,300.
Right? And the balcony space upstairs and the foyer is going to be another probably somewhere between 600 to 800 square feet. You're right at 8,000 square feet right there. You've literally not really changed any of the building envelope except for this one addition right here. And again, if you didn't want to push past the covered area and just re-pitch the roof here, you still could stay technically kind of within the envelope with a minor change.
Right.
We keep on using this word building envelope. I don't want people to get confused with real estate terms. The building envelope is the existing outline of the structure.
Footprint.
It's the footprint, right? So people are always like, I'm going to do this, add this, and then they kind of get into, well, where's the load or weight or engineering have to be changed, and how much heavy lifting is that? And a lot of people tell us, oh, you know what? I didn't even want to do that addition because it was going to just take too much time and money.
So there's that. And then there's also people, we've heard clients that'll be like, oh, I'll just push this whole thing all the way out there. But you got to worry about the setback.
Yeah.
Setback requirements are different on, basically on each lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You had a great idea on this particular property, taking the existing barbecue kind of outdoor kitchen and making it one of more of those modernized outdoor bars with like TVs and like more of a California room.
Yeah, like a pool room bar.
Yeah, exactly. You could enclose it. That would be one of those spaces where if you wanted to enclose it, you're going to need air conditioning. You're going to need, it's going to be more like that ADU project, heavier lifting. But if you want to just leave it as an open air kind of, cabana, if you will, I think that's going to be less heavy lifting.
But, realistically, I mean, I appreciate, because you just went through a super painful remodel. So that's why you think this way.
I've got the scar tissue fresh in the mind.
My old banker mind is thinking, okay, even if it's heavy lifting, the ROI to me you know, if you pick up another 400 square feet, let's say it costs you $1,000, go crazy, $1,000 a square foot.
Which it wouldn't.
It would not. But you know, the return at $2,500 a square foot in the future market value
Absolutely.
is two and a half times on your money.
Then the other thing this house has is an incredible distance between the actual house and the neighboring property.
Yeah.
So, you know, these homeowners, they were actually going to put a whole prep kitchen behind this kitchen wall over
you
here.
can push out,
Like, you know, with one of these cutouts being an entryway, with a whole prep kitchen running kind of the same distance as the actual kitchen, where that's where you get a lot of the cooking done. And this is more like where you put out your appetizers, and this is like your showcase kitchen.
Yeah, this is where everyone, like, you know, kind of hangs out.
Absolutely.
You know, everyone gathers here, and everything's happening in the back.
The last thing is, if you're going to spend all this time, money, and energy, you want to do it on a lot that has a great view. We love this view because it's got virtually maybe one rooftop in your eye line.
I mean, they're way out and way down.
Yeah,
they're not the rooftops like when you're up at the top where they're kind of like in your view.
You're really close to the water. You could see the water glistening. You could see the color variations of the blues, and even when you can't see Catalina, it still is a really picturesque view. And the privacy is unparalleled. Privacy is such a personal thing. Some people really have to have it. Some people are kind of open to it. They don't mind other homes looking into their backyard. Me personally, I love having a house where I can go in the yard and there isn't like second story homes looking into my backyard.
Are you running around naked out there or what?
I absolutely am not. But, you know, listen, we talk all day long for work. When I go home, I'm not saying I'm antisocial, but I only want to see the people that are part of the family or get invited.
What was it, Tim, the builder, whatever? Remember the guy that used to stick his head over the...
Yeah. Tool time?
Tool time,
Oh, yeah, that's a throwback.
So wait, before this becomes way too long, because we were really talking about value.
Yeah, should we go upstairs?
Everyone knows the view. No, I want to drive home the price, like the concept. And we're talking gross sales price again, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, the price per square foot.
So look, we're listed at $15,995. Let's say you pick this up in the 15s.
Let's just say let's just round it up to 16. Okay, let's just say at 16 million.
Yeah.
Okay, you're getting 6,300 square feet on a almost 23,000 square foot lot. We do all of these value capture, value add propositions.
Let's say you spend
8,300 square feet. If we pick up 2,000 square feet. And should we just say it's 1,000 a square foot just for argument?
I mean, it's not going to be, but let's say it is 1,000 a square foot. Let's say
that's
you're $2 million into
bucks.
it. How long does it take you based on, you know, we're not making any guarantees because it depends on how quickly
I'm saying
things.
12-ish months.
Okay.
What do you think? Maybe 14?
I think, you know.
You got to give yourself a buffer.
So let's say it's somewhere between, I would say 12 to 14 months.
Okay, so we agree, 12 to 14 months, let's say ballpark, $2 million. So now you're into it for about 18, not counting carry costs and stuff like that. Okay, just gross numbers.
So now you're at
8,300 square feet.
Let's bring out the old trusty calculator.
I mean, I think you're pushing, easily starts with a 2.
So let's see here. So you're in at 2,168 a square foot. Let's call it right under 2,200. You have 8,300 square feet on a private ocean view lot that's over half an acre, and that would probably end up being closer to $3,000 a square foot.
Well, just punch it in at like 2,650, just as a conservative.
You're at 22 million.
Okay. So you get $4 million of value. None of the stuff we're talking about is like the quick flip, make money kind of concept. This is someone who wants to create that perfect, because look, unless you build it yourself, no home's perfect.
No.
I've never gone into...
And even if how many times have we seen someone build it and then end up saying, like, I wish I did things differently, because by the time I started, 4 years of my life flashed by my eyes. Things change. And I would have moved the powder room differently. I would have done different stone. What I wanted at the time, we're hearing this a lot right now. People are like, gosh, you know, I didn't have that material available to me, so I picked something I didn't love. But my point is, I'm totally in agreement with you. Nobody's saying like you're going to buy in one of the highest demand areas, which is Crystal Cove, and you're going to steal a property. There's too many sharks out in the water that want the same chum, right? The same bait. And the reality is you've got to think outside the box and build value. And that's the difference with working with someone who knows what to buy, how to give you the right advice, how to manage kind of your concept of a remodel, and then tell you what other people have done so you can see what's possible and not possible.
And help with all the right trades, subs, architects,
GC,
everyone. We know everyone in town.
Yeah, you don't have to use everybody local, but we see where it makes a difference, where a local architect that knows how to deal with the homeowners association.
Especially here.
Yeah, it's all the difference.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3 guys here that do most of the stuff who, you know, are either on the board, on the design board, or
know how to deal with
know how to go get stuff done over counter or whatever. But I mean, look, I mean, I would love to buy a house that checked most of the boxes and create the house that I want, my dream house, and create $4 million in equity.
Yeah,
like
you know,
that.
I thought of something else too. We just had a client of ours purchase a property, excuse me, in Corona Del Mar. It's a straight teardown. He can't even rent it out. So he's parked a ton of money into a property that really is a teardown. He can't even really rent it out. He can't subsidize any of the carry costs. And this is a house that not only can you live in, you can enjoy it. And if it takes you 6 months or a year to plan, right, this expansion of this 2,000 extra square feet, you can live in it, enjoy the heck out of this house. I would love to live here. I mean, just the breeze right now is just making me the resort Hawaii vibes.
Right.
And you're still getting the best location on a premium lot. And then maybe things calm down a little bit with construction, and maybe that 1,000 a square foot, you get it back down to maybe 700-800 a square foot, and sharpen the pencil a bit, and you've got better people to choose from because people aren't as slammed, and you're still enjoying the house the whole time. Some of these other properties that are, I hate to use the word uninhabitable, they wouldn't live in them, right? The one we just walked right now, the off market that we just saw, how many of our clients would be like, I'm not staying one night in here?
Would our wives live there?
No, no. I mean, definitely not yours, my sister. But my point is, this is totally, for many people, move-in ready. But here's the,
literally I can move in. I would be ecstatic to live in this house.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, if you want to pop a countertop on and you know, change the backsplash, you're talking about a weekend project.
I was going to say it's a weekend, 2 weeks maximum, but all the fundamentals are here. I forget how many sets of French doors there are. Is it like 12? I mean, everywhere you look, there's French doors. So the whole house is already open.
There is 12 sets of French doors. I want to keep on kind of saying a point that you brought up earlier. We're getting a lot of clients that are telling their agents, hey, I saw this house online. You know, everyone's looking, they're calling their agents and saying, hey, I see that the price per square foot's this, I see that the specs on it are this, and they literally see, like in two-dimensional viewpoint, that it's just what's in front of me, whereas they don't have the ideas or the concept to even do these things, and maybe you don't need to add take it to 8,300. Maybe it's literally just enclose the upper space, enclose this space, and do a little facelift on it, right? The house gives you so many options, and there, you kind of have it. That's the building the value without seeing. We're helping people see in like 3D, not 2D, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's the opportunity. Do we want to run Steve up just to the balcony space, or are we kind of killing people?
You know what? We can actually, Steve, if you pop through the courtyard, we don't need to go all the way up there. We can just kind of point to it from here.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it gives you a good idea. I mean, so right to the left is a bonus room. It's a full, nice size lounge bonus room. And then that whole area, there is a fireplace up there, which could just be deleted. And then you could capture that entire upper deck area, right? You could just extend the roof over.
Yeah, you could keep it where the roof line is and then keep that as like your livable enclosed space. You could extend the roof, cover it all, and make it all enclosed.
If you were going to go on a budget, then you're right. Just enclose it to where the current roof exists. And you'd have maybe a French door there or a door, and that would be your out. You would keep an outdoor,
and then flip the fireplace opening to the other side because you already have a chimney and a flute there. Right. So then that's your outdoor fireplace upstairs because you've got killer ocean views from up there too.
You do. That's great. I love it. I mean, I would do that 1,000%.
Yeah. I mean, I think people that come in with like the wrong mentality of like, I'm literally buying what this is today. I mean, no matter what you buy today, you're not going to get exactly what you want. There's not enough inventory.
Right.
And that's not changing. I mean, people are saying the market's going to crash. The market's going to crash. It's not crashing here.
Well, somewhere it might, but not here.
I mean, listen, in these areas, more inland, you're seeing price depreciation because there's a lot more listings. There's a lot more choices. There's really only
deceleration, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, realistically, that's what you're seeing. Deceleration of appreciation.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, look, you're going to be super safe in Crystal Cove as far as parking your money here as an investment basis for lifestyle and kind of what you get out of the neighborhood. It's obviously what we would consider, for this size of a community, the most in-demand community in all of Orange County, especially coastal Orange County.
Yeah.
And, there's homes that start now. We saw that non-view come on in Sydney Bay in the 5s, and it goes all the way. The highest price home in here for sale right now is $69 million. So it's got a big range of homes, prices, and sizes. This is a great tweener in between track and full custom, and you could make it feel like a custom. And one thing, again, when you walk onto the front of the lot, all the way to the back, the privacy, the views, I mean, you really feel like you're in a resort. This is one of those homes that makes you feel like you're on vacation. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know what? People need to reach out to us because we get creative. We know this space inside and out. can help them literally create value.
Yeah, and if look, we'd love to sell you this house. If this house isn't the right one, or you have questions about even your own existing property, people DM and text us all the time and say, hey, listen, I'm not a seller today, but I want to do a remodel. Give me your 2 cents. And we're like, hey, look, absolutely. We'd rather tell you what's going to make it easier to sell, whether you sell it next year or 20 years from now. You want to do the right finishes that are going to be kind of timeless and on trend.
Yeah.
We can help out with that too. We're literally a DM and a text away, or a phone call if anyone makes calls anymore.
As we say, concierge service. All right.
All right, man.
Thanks, man.
All right.